Hi, I'm Izzy.
Hi, I'm Reagan.
And we're reading chapters 12 through 17 of Geronimo, Stilton, and the Gold Medal Mystery. A breathtaking tail chase. The cage fell on top of the cage in front of it, and that cage fell on top of the one in front of it. Strangely, Hercules didn't seem at all alarmed. Oops, what a mess I've made, he giggled. Count Cyrus von Snootrat turned and saw us. Who are you? What are your names? Where did you come from? How long have you been here? How long have you been spying on me? Why are you here? Hercules just stuck his tongue out at him. Then he began taking photos at supersonic speed. Count von Snootrat shouted angrily, "Give me that camera now! Do you understand?" With a swift leap, holy cheese, he really was fast. He grabbed the detective by the tail. Hercules tossed the camera to me. "Catch it, Stilton, catch it." I caught the camera on the fly, and the Count was after me in an instant. A breathtaking tail chase around the lab had begun.
A little switcheroo. Cyrus von Straught laughed evilly. Why am I even bothering to chase you? This amazing machine will help me catch up with you instantly. In mere seconds, I will be able to run as fast as Bunny Rabbit. With that, he vaulted into the air and landed on the chair. As he leaped, he grabbed a frightened rabbit and switched on the voltmeter. But he was very busy multitasking. He didn't even notice that Professor Paws von Volt had switched the bunny rabbit with another animal, a snail. The machine began to hum as it warmed up. Buzz! When the buzzing stopped, Cyrus von Snootrat tried to get up, but his movements were very, very slow. Just like a snail's. He opened his mouth to speak. We waited, and waited, and waited. Finally, he managed to say, "Rats!"
"I'll pluck your whiskers." I ran to Professor von Volt and freed him from his chains. Meanwhile, Hercules Poirot called the Athens police on his cell phone. "Hello, is this the police? I've got a naughty little rat ready for handcuffs. Can you come pick him up? Is he dangerous?" "No, not anymore. He was speedy before, but now he's lost the spring in his step." "No, you might even say he's feeling a little sluggish." Hercules was right. Cyrus von Snootrat had really become slow. Half an hour later, when the police came to take him away, he was still trying to get up out of his chair. The professor took pity on him and turned on the voltmeter. With a hum, the machine gave him back his regular speed. As soon as he could talk normally, Cyrus von Snootrat started screaming insults at us. His snout grew redder and redder with anger. "You sewer rats, you low-grade class of rodents, substandard piece of mice. If I catch you, I'll tie your tails together. I'll pluck off your whiskers."
Not the red button. The Professor, Hercule Poirot, and I were so busy chatting we almost forgot about Count von Snootrat for a minute. He saw his chance. Faster than a gazelle, he leaped toward the voltmeter. If I can't use this machine, then no one else will be able to either. He grabbed the controls and pushed the red self-destruct button. No, not the red button, shrieked Professor von Voigt. The voltmeter began to hum louder and louder. Buzz! Then it began to smoke. There was a horrible stench of burned wires and metal. "Oh, well, looky here," Hercules laughed. "For such a snob, it doesn't take much to get your snout bent out of shape, does it? I can tell you're a big fat liar and not a real athlete, because you don't know how to lose. A true athlete knows how to accept a defeat." Within a few moments, the machine had melted. The professor sank to his knees next to the wreckage. "Oh no, building this machine was my life's work." He buried his snout in my paws. I wanted to comfort him, but I didn't know what to say. I imagined how I'd feel if all the books I'd ever written were destroyed. I'd be devastated. Fortunately, Professor Paws von Volt recovered quickly. "Well, perhaps it's for the best," he said, sighing. Like many of the best inventions, it was proved to be dangerous in the paws of an untrustworthy rat.
As easy as nibbling on cheese. I hugged Professor Paws von Volt. "I'm so happy to see you, Professor. Are you okay? Can you tell us how this machine works? I'm very curious." My old friend laughed. "Why, it's as easy as nibbling on cheese. Let me explain. All you need to do is to calculate the cubic root of the Radtic formula of the Demusero logarithm. Then factor in the geometric pasimeter micromouse of the centrifugal titanium of a quantum atom neutron element. That's when I cut him off. That's okay, Professor. You got me lost at Dumauserato Logotheum. The professor smiled. Sorry about that. I get carried away sometimes.
I can't stand bananas. Once the news of Count von Snootrat's cheating got out, the competitions that he had won were voided. Then the events were repeated the next day. And this time it was not the best athletes who won, it was not the most sneaky. There was a special ceremony to thank Hercule Poirot and me for solving the case. I was a little embarrassed by all the attention, but at the same time I knew grandfather would be proud when he heard the news. Hurry for Hercule Poirot! Hurry for Geronimo Stilton! All the athletes cheered. Hercule took a bow, then he shouted, 3 cheers for all the athletes, especially the ones from Mouse Island. That got a huge cheer from the audience. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hercules sat down again and began chewing on a banana. Would you still like a banana, my dear Stilton? You see, this one is special because I cut him off. I just couldn't bear to have this conversation again. No, thank you. Come on, just give it a little taste. You'll see why. Hercule continued. Thank you, but no, I said firmly. Just try a little bite, he insisted. I'm not hungry. But it's really a good banana. Just let me explain. No, not only do they upset my stomach, but also I hate them. But it would be impossible for you to not like this banana if you will just let me explain. I can't stand the taste of bananas, I shouted. I hate bananas. I despise them. I detest them. I loathe them. I stopped at last, but only because I knew I had run out of words that mean hate. He waved a banana under my nose. But my dear Stilton, they don't taste like bananas. They taste like cheese. That's what I've been trying to tell you. I looked at him suspiciously. Then cautiously, I leaned in to smell the banana. Hercule was absolutely right. It was the tastiest banana I've ever had. In fact, it was scrumptious. This is not your everyday banana, Stilton, Hercule explained. I soaked it in melted cheese all night. What do you think, my dear Stilton? I laughed with satisfaction. Ah, Hercule, if you hadn't thought of such a remarkable invention, I'm sure Professor Paz van Roy would have had it eventually. And that's it.
Thank you.